I've seen a lot of good things, but a lot of bad things as well. We're super young. We have a lot of freshmen again this year. We have returning our sophomore, or excuse me, our freshman class, which is now sophomore. So they've shown some great improvement already, going from freshman year beginning last year to their next year. I've seen the same exact things out of my freshmen that my sophomores did last year. So there's some pros and cons to that, but I think it's pretty exciting that we have a young group, but we have a little bit more experience coming back than we did the previous years. With some of our returners, we're pretty much returning all of our starters from last year, which is huge, even though we are super young still. My expectations are stop making the same mistakes that they made last year. You know, I know that that's easier said than done, but I think that they already figured some things out already, and I think that with our senior point guard, Hannah, as long as she has her head above water, I think we can really make a push this year with all those incoming freshmen that we can add to the puzzle, so we can go just a little bit deeper. So my expectations are just don't make the same mistakes. Lacey Clark is an outstanding worker. She is one of my hardest working kids out there, and then it's a hard second with Carly Harper. Those two right there, I think, can make or break our team. If they continue their work ethic and continue to strive to be better and not make those same mistakes that they did last year and have a little bit more confidence in their shot on the offensive side of things, I think right there is going to boost us up to the next level. And then with Hannah, is the big thing that I've talked with her about already is she can't have as many turnovers as what she had last year. And I think that a lot of that comes back to the fact that she's playing with a whole different style of basketball when I first got here with those type of players. So with Carly and Lacey being able to have confidence in shooting the ball and having Hannah find them within the offense, I think is very important. I'm super excited about them. Andrika brings to the table energy, excitement, enthusiasm, and that's going to be her biggest role, whether she's on the floor or off the floor, sitting on the bench. She's one of our biggest cheerleaders in practices, and if she can bring that same energy into the game and just do the things that I know that she can do, and that's the biggest thing is playing defense. I think if she can just bring that energy defensively, that brings us to the next level. With Dominique, I think she can do both ends of the floor. She has to have confidence in just being able to turn and make that baby hook shot, and defensively just not foul. She's very big. She's 6'1", she's broad. She just needs to learn that she needs to just relax out there and just realize that nobody can move you. Nobody can shoot over top of you as long as you are just standing straight up. I have several newcomers. I do think that two in particular are going to impact the game right away, and with Peyton Curley and Maggie Lascelles, two freshmen that played small high school basketball. So their roles have changed just a little bit. Peyton came in as being a point guard in their high school for all 4 years, but now I'm using her more of a 2-3 type of guard with some ball handling, and playing some one every now and again if need be. But I think for her is just getting used to the fact that the defense is a little bit tighter. Most high school teams played her in zone, so she got wide open shots. She didn't have to really work for her shots a lot. I think that she's going to have to realize right away that contested shots aren't going to work here. And I think that learning that defensive mindset of the opponent, I think she'll do just fine. And then Maggie Lascelles just adds another big body inside, as well as the ability to shoot outside at 6'1". So I'm pretty excited about that. I think one of our biggest strengths this year compared to last year is I think we have a little bit more depth, and the fact that we can get up and down the floor a lot faster than our previous years. And I think that has to do with the fact that we do have a little bit more depth. We're not running our girls 35+ minutes a game. And I think that right there is going to be a huge asset of being able to get some more fast break opportunities. We're not going to be as tired to be able to get up in passing lanes defensively. And if we can do those things defensively and create more of our offense, I think we'll be a much better team this year. I think that with our preseason, what we've been working on already is just basically the fundamentals and getting comfortable with one another. And something that I learned last year coming into this year of being a coach of freshmen for the first time, having a lot more freshmen coming in this year as well, is to just kind of relax just a little bit and take the punches as they come. So upping our non-conference schedule wasn't a goal of mine, but I think it was important for them to understand right away. Those are the type of teams that we're going to be playing in our conference. And if they can compete with those teams right away, that just makes us a little bit better going into our conference play, going up against Mid-Am and Benedictine and Bakers, those type of schools, and Central Methodist. I think those are usually always our most challenging ones, but I think that playing that tough competition early and learning from those things and not getting down on ourselves, I think will help us win those close games that we should be winning against Avila or Peru State and those type of games that we ended up losing last year. You know, I think that every coach has their own mindset on this one. I don't think it really truly affects either way, but I think that I'm pretty excited about the fact that we get to play a lot more non-conference games and work out the kinks in those things that truly don't matter. Whether it's a win or loss, even though we all want to win. But when we get into the conference play now, that we have things figured out just a little bit quicker than in previous years where we're playing conference games and everything matters. And I think that the girls are a little bit more excited about that as well, because they can, it's a learning process. I mean, it's a long season, and if every game counted from the very beginning, which they do count, but we can learn along the way. We can tweak some things, we can adjust some things, where then going into conference play where we can actually win something there is very important.